So our
Yeah.
data suggests that our assessment of the odds, right? All of life is kind of a gamble. Our choices are gambles on the future based on
Yep.
what we think is going to be relatively positive or not, what's going to be
Hmm.
relatively rewarding or not. And our data suggests that we get the odds a little wrong. Extroverts and introverts both do. And actually, I don't want to focus too much on that because it's a much weaker phenomena than than you might imagine that
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
is.
Hmm.
People tend to think on average they're more introverted actually than they really are.
Hmm.
Um, because extroversion is public, but introversion is private. So we all know our own private introverted side. It makes us feel unique, more unique than we
Yeah.
actually are. But I think our data suggests not that you go out and you talk to people all the time or you share every detail about yourself. It suggests we get the odds a little bit off. And so it suggests when it's easy, when it's possible to connect or to engage, or when you have a thought that you could share that you think might be positive. If you recognize that that avoidance motivation is a little too strong, recognize you have to dial that back, that your
Okay.
first thought might be overly avoidant. Your second thought, a lot of times, might suggest, no, I'll give this a try.
I'll give it a try, right?
No,
I
I'll give it
like
a
that.
try.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah,
Somebody
what
says,
can we lose, right? So
yeah,
with that, why not, right? Part two of your book. Do you want to talk about a little bit about the how? Well, you've talked about the how connection, but hello stranger, really just making it happen. I don't know whether you can make an inference into the workplace. I would like you to do that for me.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because we are human beings, and whether we work in hybrid, we're totally remote, or we
yeah,
are working back in the office, we get things done through interactions with our colleagues. And
yep.
so, how might your work and a little more social make I guess, our interactions more empowering,
Yeah.
and just overall lifting
So
up?
I think our data suggests that you can look for times in your life um, where there's kind of dead space or kind of gray space.
Okay.
Time where you could engage or connect with someone, but are choosing not to in ways that wouldn't take you away from something. That's a place to start. Right? Like
Okay.
I'm on the train in the morning coming in. I'm just sitting
Okay.
there. Usually I'm not doing squat anyway. I'm, scrolling my phone or reading the news. I think it's really important, but come on.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we do things, but often we're not. And that's a place that's easy for me. Like I did this morning, I had a conversation with Brenda on my train.
Mm-hmm.
Brenda, I've known for a while. I don't see her that often, but this morning she was on the train and we had a lovely 30-minute conversation. She gave me a hug at the end and she said I was
Oh.
really what she needed today.
Oh.
Right? And yeah, I
That's
mean,
amazing.
yeah, she's a lovely human being.
She's got a
Yeah.
great name.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great. But I don't see her a lot, maybe, a few times a year we'll be on the same train, but every time I see her, right, I know her. I remember I wrote her name down and I can have that conversation. It's easy. But
Wow.
that's something where I wouldn't have been social otherwise. It's easy to
Hmm.
do. And if I
Hmm.
know it's going to be more positive than I think, then I would choose to do that than something else. When I get to my office here in
And
at the
yep.
Harper Center here at Booth,
Yeah.
I walk into the door on the way in, and I got maybe a 250-yard walk up to my office here on the fourth floor. And I've started making it a habit that I take a hello walk when I come in. When I walk
Excellent.
by people, I don't just sit there and just walk to my office. I greet people when I'm going by. So I say hi to Nigel, who's sitting there at the same table every day this winter quarter, down in the Winter Garden here at the University of Chicago. I say hi to Keith and Mario and Linda on my way to the elevator often who are down there. These are often our staff people or other folks around in the business school. When I get up the elevator onto my floor, I walk past Jane's office and Eric's office, Emma's office, Virginia's office on my way. And I say hi to people, right? Hi, Eric. Hi, Jane. Hi, Emma. Morning, Virginia, when I go by. Now, it's not taking me a lot of time, right?
Mhm.
It's not slowing me up from anything. It's not really interrupting them too much. They're just getting started with their day. But it makes that moment brighter, right? It makes
Mhm.
that walk better.
Mhm.
Virginia came by my office the other day. I've gotten to know her. She's one of our new junior faculty. She came
Mhm.
by my office to talk about the book that I've been working on to talk through because
Mhm.
she found that interesting. She's an economist. I don't think she'd have done that before if I hadn't, said hi.
Hello.
It's been
And know her
nice.
name. Yes.
So, you know,
So there's small little initiatives. You just have to make that decide, make the choice.
they don't have to be massive things. There are many
Exactly.
opportunities
Hmm.
that are easy, that are seem small to us. They end up being, I think, much, much bigger than we imagine
Hmm.
them to be. And we
Hmm.
just choose not to take them. And that
Hmm.
seems like a tragedy. And once you start looking for these moments, these opportunities, right? You walk to get coffee at the office or something. Take a friend
Hmm.
with you, right? Ask a
Hmm.
colleague to
Hmm.
walk with you.
Hmm.
Um, Ideas come out of those, connections come out of those, well-being comes out of those. You never
Hmm.
where it's gonna know where it's gonna go.